And we back with another edition of the ATL 3 Style Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Leo G, man. Out there on the east side, man, I got my boy Derek Cole today. What's going on?
What's going on, Leo G? Yes, sir. It's another good day, my brother.
That's right. Another good day to discuss some ATL sports from a fan perspective, because that's what we do and that's what we love to do, man. So before we get any further, as y'all can see, our boy Banks is not here with us. I mean, he might jump in, he might jump out. We never know what's up with him from time to time. Y'all know how we kind of do it. So Banks is not with us. But me and Derek Cole said the show must go on. So we got a lot to talk about, man. The good, the bad, and the ugly, I guess, today, Derek Cole. So we're going to jump right on into it, man. Before we get too far off into it, you know how we like to do. Derek Cole, man, talk about our brother out there on the east side.
Hey, y'all know what it is. We're going to always shout out our brother and pump up his business over there. No other than Phil Johnson with Eastland Woodworking Company, baby. Y'all just check him out. Got the QR code right there. May slap it back up there at the end of the show. But y'all make sure y'all check out our boy Phil over here at Eastland Woodworking Company.
That's right, man. We need to slap it back up there at the end of the show, man. Remind me to do that, man, if we get a chance this evening, man, and definitely put the link out in our audio pod as well, man. So, Derek Cole, man, listen, man, we'll do a little fit check here, drink check here, and let everybody know why we repping what we repping, and then we'll get into the meat of the show, my brother. Let everybody know out there what you got on.
Hey, man, I'm just rocking this Atlanta United mock T-shirt, whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it. Some call it jackets, some call it pullovers. Hey, whatever they want to name it, that's what it is. This is what I got to wear when it start getting a little cool, and I'm downstairs working, so I had to put on a long sleeve today. No hat.
Man. Listen, man, hey, it's getting cool, man. It's that what they call that sweater weather, man. It's getting cool. It's my time of the year, man. I know, Derek, you don't like it too much when it get, them old bones, man. They get cold. It started, Absolutely. Listen, man, this is my type of deal, man. I'm a big fella, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Give me a nice little cool breeze at about 55. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm into, man.
75.
We got to turn the heat on, man.
75.
I deal with 75. We can't 75 though, brother. Can't go too much above 75. We can't. 75 is where I'm at, man. Right there is the sweet spot, man. You start getting up above that into the 80s and 90s. I'm like, I'm out, man. But I'm with you though, dog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. So you see me. I got on this Hawks gear because it is upon us. The NBA is upon us, man. The Hawks, they fired up tomorrow night, man. Opening night over there at State Farm Arena. I might be in the building. I was trying to get, to come up. I think Derek Cole's going to be in the building for that opening over there, man, to see Quavo and see the Hawks do their thing over there on opening night, man, at State Farm Arena. I might be in the building, but we'll see. As we record this episode, Wednesday night is actually going to be opening night for the Atlanta Hawks, man. While we're here, man, while we're talking about it, since I got this Hawks gear on, man, are you excited, man? We talked about this a little bit, during the offseason, Derek Cole, with some of the acquisitions that the Hawks made. Kristaps Porzingis, brought in Walker, I think, Alexander, brought in a couple of different people, man, to shake this thing up. Of course, obviously we lost some people as well. Clint Capella, saw where they just signed Dyson Daniels, signed him to a nice deal, man. The great barrier thief as he's been known. We'll get a full, our boy will be back, man, ready to go, whose name escapes me right now that I'm actually wearing the number one Johnson on my back.
How you gonna forget Jalen, man?
Jalen, that's what I'm saying. It just slipped, man. Old age, I guess. But yeah, man, Jalen, he'll be back 100%, man. How do you feel, man, with the acquisitions, man, and the Hawks going into this season, man? You think they're gonna be sneaky good over here in the East that could be pretty much a toss-up?
Hey, man, the East is wide open. I mean, you just gotta gel and you gotta play better defense. I like all the acquisitions that we made. We didn't give up a lot to make these acquisitions, and I love we went ahead and locked down Dyson for 4 years at $25 million, which I think is that sweet spot for a player like him that can shoot and play defense. So hey, I'm good, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm reigning sixth man of the year. So yes, sir, we good.
Defense player of the year for sure. That's for certain. The man was outstanding, man. He came out, man. You know, like I said, they nicknamed him the Great Barrier Thief from down under. Man, just loving what he does, man. Like you said, man, we play a little more defense, we could be okay, man. Rising star, Ricochet. He came on toward the end of the season there, man. Hit a nice little sweet spot with a lot of the things that he could do, man. So I think this Hawks team, I like to stay. We always say, we like to stay under the radar, man. But I think if we come out hot, man, it might not be no secret, man. We might be that team that kind of run away with it, man. I don't want to say run away, but I think we'll be a team that can give some people fits if we can stay up on the defensive side. We know our boy Trey gonna show up, man. Defensively, I think that's where our needs are.
Yeah, I see our new guard done got inundated to the full life of the Atlanta and United States. This boy done got them Compton braids in his head. I don't know if you saw him or not. But Ricochet got them Compton braids in his head. Boy, you might be thugging it out this year. We gonna see.
Hey man, listen. I think Jaylen Brown last, he from when he was when Porzingis was with the Celtics, man, turned Porzingis on to lemon pepper sprinkles, I guess, man. So he gonna be into that whole Atlanta groove here too, man. He done find it, and I was reading the other day, man, that he looked pretty good over there in Euroball as well. So hopefully injuries won't, be an issue with him. And if he's back to, 100, man, we should have a nice little squad, man. So I can't wait to see some of the new faces, some of the old faces. Can't forget about our boy Onyeka Okongwu over there as well, man, playing in at the 5, man. Should be pretty exciting over at State Farm Arena this year, man, as it's a play. Can you believe it, man? It's a play. It's that sweet spot time of the year, man, where you got a lot of intersecting sports, man, here in the fall, man. Obviously college football, NFL. Now we got basketball starting up. Euro soccer, of course, is in full effect, man. So we got a lot of stuff going on, man. You got postseason baseball, man. Just cool little tidbit there, Cole.
Oh, I thought you was going. I see you don't get a puck. Them hockey players no love over there. I mean, the hockey season just started up.
Hockey season just kicked it off, man. Shout out to the closest team we got, the Florida Panthers or the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know, because we ain't had no NHL team in a while, and I don't know if I ever see one on this side of the ground. But hey, NHL is going down too. Every once in a while, man, I'll fire up a nice NHL game, man, and check it out, man, just to keep my wits about me, man, keep my hockey my knowledge about me, man. So yeah, but I wanted to do something that was pretty cool. I know we kind of fell off the baseball tip, obviously, man, with the Braves not making the postseason at all, and which is highly unusual for us, right? Because we've been so spoiled with watching them at least get into like the first round of that wild card playing game or whatever. But we do have the World Series now lined up. If you've been living up under a rock, man, it's going to be the LA Dodgers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. And the internet just went stupid. Do you know what the internet has now dubbed this matchup?
No, I got a wild guess, but go ahead and break it to me.
The internet has dubbed this K-Dot versus Drake Part 2. LA versus Toronto.
I'm going back on mute.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, K-Dot versus Drake Part 2, man. You got the Dodgers, one of the highest paid teams, obviously, in baseball, versus Toronto Blue Jays. I don't really know what Toronto – I mean, of course, obviously, man, the other day, man, I saw a stat line that Shohei Ohtani just showed his whole behind in the game where he, went hitless, I think, for 6 innings, hit 3 home runs, did just something crazy. That boy is just insane playing baseball out of his mind over there. So we know the Dodgers – one of the highest paid rosters in baseball, man. They should be doing what they are doing over there, man. So, yeah, K-Dot versus Drake Part 2 in the World Series as it's going down.
And let that be the last time that's mentioned ever.
Hey, man, I didn't come up with that, man. I'm not put like this. If I came up with that, man, I wouldn't be, I'd probably be further along in my career coming up with these quick little, whatever, these young cats come up with these frames. But I mean, it's fitting, you know what I'm saying, considering, they did have a little whatever going on. So I just found that pretty funny, man. So listen, moving right along, man. Let's talk a little bit about some other things that are going on here, man. Since you got the Atlanta United gear on, man, let's go ahead and swing it over to Atlanta United full tilt, man. Listen, Atlanta United season didn't go the way that we want. We kind of got spoiled a little bit with them, Derek Cole, man. Obviously, man, coming up short of the postseason. But I was at the game the last home game here on last weekend, man. Something cool went down. Obviously, we hate to see it, but our man Brad Guzan, man, he is now officially retired from soccer. Couldn't get the dub over there, man. They ended up getting a draw with DC United, but man, it was
right on schedule, wasn't it? That's right on par
yeah.
Draw City.
Crayons, Draw City, man. Get the boys some crayons and color pencils, man, because they drew it up quite a bit this year, man. But yeah, man, 1-1 draw. Guzan's final game as a professional soccer player, man. Jericho, in your own words, man, Guzan's legacy here in Atlanta, man. Obviously, man, you started probably following his career like a lot of people in Atlanta did when he got here, man, even though he's had a storied career, and I'll go into it here in just a little bit, man. But your views and legacy with Brad Guzan here in Atlanta, man.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, Brad, you brought something special to the goalkeeping position here in Atlanta. I mean, you helped start this thing off. And hey, take a bow. You did exactly what you needed to do. You know what I'm saying? They didn't call you big and tall, a mother wall for nothing. So we appreciate your contributions to this ATL sports. Now pass that baton and let the young folks do what they need to do so we can take Atlanta United even higher than what we've been before. Because I expect a whole different vibe now that we done kind of crossed that threshold and about to hit that real reset button on the whole franchise.
Man, absolutely, man. A lot of stuff is going to be going on over there, and I'll talk to you about that here in just a minute with some of the rumors that are going on and some of the things that has transpired already since the season has ended, man. But listen, man, you know, Atlanta, we always talk about the connection that Atlanta United has with this team and since its inception, right? With this city. The team has always had a tight connection with the city, man. Me and my family personally call Brad, cousin, because, man, like, listen, if you actually saw Brad, like, at any event or out wherever, man, he was one of the coolest guys ever, man, he interacted with, every fan, man. I mean, not just, a handshake or autograph, man. He would actually take the time, man, and chat it up with you sometimes if you knew, soccer or wanted to ask him a few things, man. Really, really cool guy. I had a chance to meet him on a couple of occasions. Story, really, man, one of the, better careers as a U.S., I guess, soccer player, man. Played all over the world, many caps for the U.S. men's national team, obviously played in the Olympics, man. Played over in Aston Villa, over in the EPL. Vaguely remember years ago when starting this MLS thing, man, he was drafted, I think, by Chivas US. And that's where he started his career many, many moons ago. I remember seeing some pictures that they showed at the stadium. Brad with hair. We was like, damn, Brad had hair. I thought he was born bald.
Hey, you could never convince me otherwise. That dude was bald from inception.
But yeah, man. So, man, pretty story career, man, all the way around, especially with the U.S. men's national team, and winning the. What he did here, man, like you said, coming in. It was a little shaky. I do remember and I do recall. I tell this story there, and I don't know if you remember, but first year Atlanta United, obviously Brad still playing over in Europe. He had to finish that season out. And I don't know if you remember, we had a goalkeeper named Alex Kahn that was playing as we waited for Brad to come over from Europe, man. And those were some shaky times, man, because we all knew Brad was signed up to play for Atlanta United. But do you recall, man, everybody we were waiting in anticipation of getting he's big, he's bald, he's a wall over here, man, because shout out to Alex Kahn, man. He stood in there and did his thing, man. But it was some testy games, man, until we got Brad in here, right?
Hey, let me say this. I remember old dude. Yes, I do. And yes, that was a very, very sensitive time. Even though, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes let's say it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And there's an excellent case of our team back then probably not starting off as strong as we wanted them to. But once you get that continuity down and brought over a legendary goalkeeper as Big Brad Guzan, then that's what's going to happen. And I hope that is something that's going to continue. I mean, I like our new keeper, the young guy. So hopefully that just translates into, like I said earlier, into more things to come with Atlanta United.
Absolutely, man. It meant so much to the franchise, and like I said, to the city, man. You know, they had a video, man. Obviously, you know, people from Tim Howard, who used to be a goalkeeper with him, went on the U.S. men's national team, and Joseph Martinez, man, and other players that he's played with over, you know, his tenure, man. You know, just what he meant, man. You know, Joseph, man, spoke very highly of Brad, and I think they had a very cool relationship when he was here in Atlanta. Also, one of the things that I liked about Brad Guzan is the fact that the man was resilient. I mean, you know, on the other side of 40, played with so many injuries here. He could have hung him up a long time ago. He didn't have nothing to prove with all the accolades and all the things he did, man. But a very resilient player, man, came back from injury after injury. You know, we saw him here with Atlanta to finish out strong, man. And, you know, hey, man, do we know in this day and age, Derek Cole, man, with the season that Atlanta United had, he could have been like, you know what, the hell with this, man. You know what, I'm not gonna touch the field again, man. But I guess he had the you know, on his heart, man. Hey, I got to get this thing a couple of more goals here, man, and finish this thing out strong. Like I said, they tried to pull it out for him, but you know, at the end, it is what it is. Derek Cole, your thoughts on his career moving forward, because he has stated that Atlanta is not going to be his home, and there's so many different avenues, man, that he could choose to go to when it comes to soccer here in this city now, right? Obviously, the national facility, the national team facility is not going to be put down in Fayetteville, and obviously opportunities with Atlanta United. Do you see him hanging up the cleats and kicking it back with the family? Do you see him actually getting involved with the national scene or back with Atlanta United very soon?
No, I don't see him just hanging up the cleats and sitting on the sideline. I can definitely see him involved not only on a national level but a local level too. I can see Brad on TV. I can see Brad on TV commentating. I don't know if he's into the coaching thing, but I can definitely see him on TV helping with broadcasting in some area like that. And if not, like you said, then he'll be out there in Fayetteville, hopefully helping that situation grow as far as the national team facility out there.
Absolutely, man. Listen, so let's talk a little bit about Atlanta United as the season ended, man, and a couple of rumors and a couple of things that are going on with them before we move on here. Listen, Dyla, the coach, out. He is out. One and done. Grand opening, grand closing. That just did not work out. We've seen a lot of moving pieces, obviously, with Atlanta United here, man, you know, over the last year or so, man, with we lost Boca Negra. He was out, man, and now, like you said, man, time for almost really a hard reset here, man, and to take a look at what we have, what we can keep moving forward, and who will bring in to kind of steer this ship here moving forward, man, because as we know, the MLS is getting more and more competitive, more international players are coming in. Messi just re-upped with Miami. Interesting thing that came up across the wire the other day is that our old coach, manager Tata Martino, yes, there are rumors that he is, you know, linked to possibly join back up with the club. Derek Cole, I bring it to you, and I give my thoughts here in just a second on it, man. Tata Martino back in the mix with Atlanta United, man. Your thoughts and your feelings on how that will look?
I'm just going to keep it 100 and short and sweet and simple. I don't think that would be a good idea. I just don't think that he's committed to being at one place at one time. And at this point, how we've been going through coaches, we don't need another 2-year revolving door. If you want to come on as a consultant or advisor, yeah, you can do that. But as far as coming in here taking over as the coach, no, sir. I don't think it's going to work. I don't see how it would work. I know everybody got this infatuation with Tata, but we need some stability in this organization.
I mean, from a nostalgic aspect, obviously, man, Tata, when, you know, people, you know, you hear that name, people light up, obviously, in the, you know, Atlanta United circles. And, you know, there was some discussion on some chatter amongst, shout out Footy Mob, man, shout out some of our other soccer friends. And some of them, a lot of them will welcome him back with open arms. And I think that a lot of that has to do with the nostalgia aspect of it. Tata's a good coach, man, great coach, has it's a long resume, man, and is a very respected, highly respected coach, you know, globally. But when you think of how he left, you know, Atlanta United, obviously he did have a 2-year contract. There were a lot of things going on at that time. There were a lot of rumors about, you know, the front office and different things of that nature. But, you know, it's kind of like, hey, man, you had a good thing here. You off the heels of a championship and you just walk out of the door. There were rumors that, you know, the grind of a professional soccer season was a bit too much for him. As we know, Tata is kind of up in age. And that's why he went over to El Trey. He went to coach the Mexican national team down there. And for whatever reason, that kind of went sideways. But, now there rumors are that he might be interested in the job here again. Me personally, I'm kind of like you, Derek Cole, where it's like, I don't know, like how much interest do you have? Is this something that you want to be fully committed to? Because you did state that the grind of a full professional season was a bit much for you. And this is, like you said, Derek Cole, going to kind of probably be a hard reset with getting new players in and acquiring players, and also having, to implement your style of play and start that all over again. So a lot of moving pieces, a lot of different things as we head into the offseason with Atlanta United. So we'll see how that all unfolds. I'm pretty sure, man, Uncle Arthur will get that thing straightened out over there, man, and we'll have some exciting soccer coming up here for the season. It'll be right around the corner in February. You said what you say?
I say he better, and that's facts. I mean, it's closer than we think. I mean, it really is. That means whoever you're trying to get, you're going to need to get them in the next month for sure.
Yeah, the timeline is now. Like, yeah, you just let him go. So I'm pretty sure everything is in place to fill his art out, man. And just that name coming up to the forefront, it literally has me thinking that might be somebody on their short list. But we'll see. We'll see coming up here. MLS playoffs start up, and then we'll see the MLS Cup go down in December. Maybe we'll come back, have our boy Reggie come in and talk a little bit about that, and also a little bit about some European soccer going on over the EPL, Bundesliga, La Liga, and all that good stuff over there in Europe. All right, Derek Cole, man, we're moving quite along. Might go a little bit over today. A couple of other things that we want to gloss over before we close this thing out, man. So listen, let's talk about the Dogs here for a minute, man. UGA, man, we hadn't talked about them in a couple of weeks, man. The Falcons were the focal point, obviously, man. But listen, 2 back-to-back wins, man. One struggle bus win, in my opinion, and another, like, just statement win, in my opinion, man. Dogs, as they took on Auburn down there in the Plains, came out with a win. Very controversial win for some people, man. I know Auburn is still probably trying to figure out what happened. And then on this past weekend, man, the Dogs took on Ole Miss in a good old-fashioned shootout. I was at the Atlanta United game, but I kept seeing my phone kept dinging out every time somebody scored. I was like, damn, what's going on? It's ding here, score that. Finally end up 43-35 as the Dogs beat Ole Miss, moving them now into 5th place here in the rankings. How about them damn Dogs, Derrico?
Hey, man, like you said, they gutted it out in Auburn. They has a little controversy as far as the goal line play, but all I can tell you is if the review team and the umpires and referees on the field came to one accord, then that play stand, period. I mean, that's why they have it. That's why they do it. That's why they have multiple people looking at it. So y'all Auburn fans, hey, man, just let it go. It's done. Let it go. It's a wrap. When like y'all was going to win the SEC anyway. Y'all ain't won a game in the SEC all year. So, you're crying about that. So y'all might want to put all y'all focus on at the end of the year when y'all play Alabama. That's what y'all need to worry about, that part. Thank you, sir. Now, what was the other question you asked me?
Absolutely. I'm clapping. I'm clapping, man. That was spot on, man. I'm clapping. But yeah, man. Go ahead, moving into
the Ole Miss. Yeah, the Ole Miss game. The Ole Miss game was actually different. Not gonna lie. I said, ain't no way. I don't know what Vegas smoking, but ain't no way there's going to be a 7.5-point game. Just ain't no way. And once again, Vegas proves to me why I don't gamble, because they ended up winning by 8. That's how crazy it is. Even though they could have kind of backdoored that thing and put up another set of points, but they at least, what I'm saying? What I'm saying is don't play with Vegas. That's why they out there. Again, people, do not play with Vegas.
And I think a lot of people. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people took the over either.
I'm just saying, nobody expected that the way it turned out. I mean, Georgia had 1 punt. I mean, that's crazy in a game like that. But that just lets you know, man, both of them defenses got to tighten up. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and give my boys props because I talk about him like he stole something from my mama. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Mike Bowe. That's probably the best game that you call all season and a couple seasons. I'm just going to be honest with you. The game plan was good, but that dude on the other side, your colleague, he going to have to fix that thing because that's not Georgia defense at all. I don't know what that is. That looked like um, who that looked like the little D2 team, the D3 team that always win the national championship over there. That's what it looked like. That's what it looks like. I think Buford got a better defense than UGA defense right now, and that's saying a lot.
Man, definitely gonna have to get that defense together, man. Obviously, man, you listen with that we had some thoughts with Gunnar Stockton, obviously, and what he might be potentially. And seeing, but like you said, man, shout out to Bobo for calling that a good game, and Gunnar Stockton getting in there, man, and hanging with it, man, because listen, man, Ole Miss gave Georgia L last year, right? Obviously, and it's kind of get back. It was at home, so you know what I'm saying, Georgia. You know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they remember. And listen, man, we always say the factor is Kirby. It's always the Kirby factor, right? Kirby, these guys play for Kirby, man. He finds a way, man. Going in, we see him first half, man. They might go to sleep and then come back out second half, man, revitalize and fire it up. Even when they lose, they play, man. This team has never laid down on Kirby's watch, man. So Georgia, go ahead.
But you got to stop that. We got to stop that. We can't depend on the Kirby effect at the end of the game, especially when you got opposing coaches throwing shade about your starting slow. You got memes out there saying you're going to start slow. That Tennessee or whoever else we play, they'll be playing at 3:30, and y'all talking about the Bulldogs on start at 4:45. See, Kirby, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem, Kirby. We can't go into games, especially as we're getting deeper into the season, with that mentality. If you start out, go ahead and do it, because I'm just not going to trust Bobo and Schumer to do that consistently coming back from being down 1 or 2 scores.
Absolutely, man. They got to do something here. I think if I'm not mistaken, the bye week this week, and then next week we're headed to the cocktail party down. Is it in Jacksonville still this year? Because I know they was going to move it to Tampa, and they were doing the away. So it's going to be in Jacksonville, but I do know here coming up here in the future, because they're going to do they're either going to build a new stadium or renovate the stadium in Jacksonville. So they're going to do, I think they're moving over to Tampa, and then they're going to come up to Atlanta. If I'm not mistaken, was that in talks, or did I just?
That's how it's going to go. I don't know why they're renovating the stadium down there when they're going to play half their games over there in London.
Hey, man, listen, it is what it is, though, brother. So, yeah, man, shout out cocktail party coming up here, man. I think the first weekend in November, man. So we'll have to see what them Dogs do against them Gators, who ironically just fired their head coach, Billy Napier, man. So we'll see how that all goes down, man, as the Dogs keep rolling, man. A little bit, one more tidbit to talk with UGA. Like I said, they moved up to 5. North Avenue Trade School, Derrico. This is the first time in a long time, I think, that Georgia Tech and UGA have been in the top 10. Within two positions of each other, man. Crazy. This matchup, clean old fashioned 8, the weekend following Thanksgiving, man, this might be one for the ages. Tech is they don't. I think this week they play. If I'm not mistaken, Mississippi School of the Blind this week. They probably favored by 14, man. The ACC is a train wreck.
Hey,
this might.
The only resistance Georgia Tech is going to get is from Georgia Tech. That's it. I'm not even counting the last game, because that's just different. Until they get to that game, it's like a bye week every week. Period. I mean, they say Virginia got the easiest walk to it, but no, Georgia Tech got the easiest walk to the SEC championship. No, so the ACC championship up in Charlotte. They got the easiest walk. It could end up being Georgia Tech versus
Virginia,
SMU, or Virginia. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Wild,
man. That's nasty work. I know. I ain't gonna count y'all out down there in South Florida, but I'm just saying that's how it ends up.
Hey, man, that's a real nasty thing going down there in Florida State, man. I don't even want. We'll have to bring that in for another show here to talk about what's going on in Tallahassee, man. Look, before we close this thing out, man, got to take it over to our boys, Falcons, man. They lost a tough one out there in Frisco, man, on Sunday Night Football, 20-10 to the Niners. Obviously, man, there's a couple of things that we just found out today about the team and what's going on, and we'll get into that here in just a minute, man. I don't really have a lot of thoughts about this game, Derrico, man. I mean, it is what it is. We came off the heels of a great win against a good team in Buffalo, man, and then we go out to San Francisco. This is in my opinion, I think they're number one in the NFC West. If I'm not mistaken, I have to go back and double check that, man. But they've always had a fighting chance. But they were depleted defensively. Obviously, their starting quarterback Brock Purdy is not there. But they still had a guy named Christian McCaffrey, man, that kind of gave us fits. Lost a linebacker early in that game, man. Just a lot of different things that were kind of out of sync, man. And this is kind of becoming the thing with Atlanta. Like, you see one team one week, and then the next week it looks like a totally different team. Obviously, game coming up here this Sunday against Miami, man. Your thoughts on the 49ers loss, brother?
I'm going to keep it short. I mean, Falcons fans, y'all got to start remembering what y'all say. That's all I'm going to say. Because I know a lot of y'all, when y'all predicted the season, I know y'all looked at the San Francisco game and put an L beside it. But at the same time, that's all I hear y'all complaining about. Oh, we lost to San Francisco. Oh, we lost to San Francisco. At some point, y'all going to start being realists about this thing. That's helping me as a fan grow because I don't get upset as I used to. My heart, my blood pressure don't go up like it used to because I done got to the point where I understand my team. I understand that sometimes my team, like Leo was just saying, might not be the same team that played the week before. So I have to understand that. It's hard to win in NFL, especially on the road. So I'm just going to take that as one of them other bad games that we had on the road. And hopefully, since it's at the beginning of the season, that we grow and learn from that because I really continue to tell people, let the team peak in about week 10. That's why I need you to really start peaking as a team so you can carry that on into hopefully the playoffs and do some things there. But right now, get everything that you need to get out of your football team fixed. So by week 10, we in a position where we know exactly what we got, we know our identity, and we know what we need to do. I know I said that was short, but that was kind of long.
No, that's all good, man. I feel you, man. It's the same thing, dude. You gotta, these are, obviously it's a loss, man. But I think, playing sports, man, you find a lot out about yourself when you take a L, man. You know what I'm saying? When you win, man, it's good. It's great to be like, okay, hey, you won. But when you take a loss, sometimes, man, you can look in the mirror and say, okay, hey, man, accountability is something else. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that, when you take a L, especially after that Carolina game, we took that L, there was a lot of accountability. There's going to be a lot of accountability this week, from the coaching staff on down. There were a lot of things that could have been done differently, especially in my opinion with the coaching, Zach Robinson and his offensive play calling. I mean, defensively, man, even though we kind of got depleted, like I said, lost to Divine Diablo, man, I still think the defense held up pretty decent considering, depth is going to be one of those things that we always talk about, man. I wasn't too pleased with the linebacker depth. Obviously, we've talked about that in a couple of podcasts before, but hey, it is what it is at this point. At this point in the season, it is what it is. These guys had to get out there on the field and they had to learn on the fly. I mean, you could be disappointed and shake your head, Derrico, man. But hey, listen, man, we got to roll with what we got to roll with, right?
Oh, I'm not. I'm riding with you hard because that's been. You know what I said at the beginning of the year. I had already identified where we would struggle if something happened as far as injuries, and Sunday night absolutely exposed the fact that we don't have but 2 linebackers.
Yeah.
Because that little guardian cap dude that had to come in for Diablo, boy, they targeted you like fresh meat at the jailhouse. As soon as you came on the field, it ain't like you can hide because you're the smallest thing out there, and you got that little funky guardian cap. You just expose yourself as soft playing linebacker in the NFL, and I'm gonna leave that alone.
I didn't say that, man. JD Bertrand, man, I didn't say that. That was all Derrico. But listen, man. He got another game coming up here, man, this Sunday against the Miami Dolphins. Couple of things to talk about, man, before we close this thing out, Derrico. Obviously, man, I don't want to go too far into detail, obviously, because we're really against the mark. Michael Penix, man, I don't know what was going on with him. There were some things that, I felt like, hey, I mean, and I know this kid is he's still young in his NFL career, obviously. Game number 9, there's some things that he probably is going to be accountable for and is going to work on and get better. Obviously, we found out on Monday that he is dealing with a foot bone bruise. That's what Raheem said, and he's going to be day-to-day. So we'll see how that all transpires leading up into the game against the Dolphins here. In other news, Derico, and I love to get your thoughts on this, man. And the rumors are just going crazy and circulating behind this because we're already kind of short in the wide receiver room. But Ray McCloud was released today by the Atlanta Falcons. You are the one that brought it to my attention and against the Buffalo Bills that he was a healthy scratch. He didn't even dress. And then he didn't even make the trip to San Francisco. And now he is no longer a part of this organization. A couple of rumors going around, and I'll get to him here in just a second. But Derico, your thoughts on now a already slim wide receiver room and Ray McCloud no longer with this organization?
Hey, all I can say, you got to be next man up because I had already figured where there's smoke, there's fire. You just don't send grown man home from the NFL practice without there being a reason. And even though you said it was in-house, there was a reason why you sent him home during practice, and when you didn't send him to out there in San Francisco, you told him no, he didn't catch the flight. If somebody was watching and understood how this thing worked, we pretty much knew that he was going to be a healthy release, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. A lot of rumors circulating around. One of the rumors was that, he was adamant about and kind of got, I want to say, in his feelings about the firing of Ike Hilliard. That was something that was put out in the rumor mill, that he had some choice words for the organization with them letting go of Ike Hilliard. And then the other rumor is that he has a, I guess, budding rap career that he wanted to focus more on than he did in his football career. So those are a couple of rumors that are going around about why he was released. I mean, I felt like he was a pretty decent player and we could have, used his help, man. I don't think Darnell Mooney is back at 100%. Shout out to that dude, Kyle Pitts, though, man. He's trying to earn his money, man, in his contract year. He's trying to earn that money out there, man. So shout out to him, man. But look, we got a game against the Dolphins coming up. And let me tell you something, man. Even the Dolphins have been struggling, people, man, but the NFL is week to week. This is a parity league, man. These are all professionals, man. So we don't need to take these boys lightly, man. We need to go out there and do what we can do. And hopefully we'll talk about this on the other side with a dub, man. And hopefully it won't be too much more controversy going into this game on Sunday. Listen, Derico, at the end of this show, always a pleasure, man. Listen, tell everybody where they can find you at on Sunday, man, and let everybody know where they can find you at out here in these interwebs.
That's what you call multitasking, trying to get that thing up before you ask me that. But you can find me on Northside Drive this Sunday, 170 Northside Drive. That'll be the Foul Corner Players, my tailgate crew. I just need y'all to understand something. It is the best tailgate in the city. That's all I'm going to say. It is the best tailgate in the city, hands down. So y'all can meet me there. You can meet me on Facebook at Stacey D. Derico. And you can meet me on Snapchat. That's what it's called, right? Snapchat. Chat Snap. Yeah, that one. I'm just messing with y'all. You can reach me over there, Derico_Virgo. You can reach me on IG at DJ K-Rose6. And I can't find what I'm looking for, so I ain't going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Back to you, Leo.
Hey, man, you definitely brought some of the comic relief today, man, in the absence of our boy Banks, man, for real. So, hey, man, shout out to best tailgate in the city, man. Like you said, man, Foul Corners players up there across from Atlantucky, man, corner Northside Drive in Nelson. You can catch us on all social media platforms, man. It's the ATL 3-Style Podcast, and there it is. Y'all see it, man. Hit up that QR code, man, if you want to go ahead and prepay for your food, alcohol, man, premium, doing the big up there, man, corner Northside Drive. And Nelson gonna go down around about, I guess, Derico 11-ish, 10-ish, whatever. Just get there when you get there. 11 o'clock.
Yeah, 11
o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock, but you can get there before 11. Get there before 11. We have some fish and grits for you.
There you go, man. Get down there, man, and holler at everybody, man. Shout out to everybody down there. Princess and Martin and Butts, everybody, man. We see you down there, man. Like I said, catch us on all social media platforms, man. That's ATL 3-Style. That's the ATL 3-Style Podcast, man. You can also catch me at Southern Set with 2 T's over there on X or whatever it's called these days, man. Listen, this has been another edition of the ATL 3-Style Podcast, man. And we are, let me put the QR code back up for our homeboy Phil over there at Eastland's Woodworking, man. Y'all hit him up, man. Pause the screen. You can hit it, man. See what he got. Christmas coming up, man. It's Eastland's Woodworking, man. So look, we're gonna come back with another edition here. So we love y'all. We're gonna be out.